Howdy, folks. How's everybody doing? I'm going to do a bit of electrical work today. So here we are at one of the, and I don't have much as far as switches are concerned. So let's see, I need 3 switches. So I'll be right back. Let me go fetch my 3 switches here. So here we are with our, there's 1 switch. I got 2 others over here. And we're wiring switches today because I am a little tired, and I figure I can do this and it's not too exhausting. There's a ground. There's a ground. And here's a ground. Okay. Ground, ground, ground. Now I got to do the same thing with the, I need some more 5-position pieces here. Alrighty, so let's get all the neutrals together. They're all in the same circuit, so I don't have to worry about. I had 1 circuit at the other end of the house that had a soffit light home coming in. That was for the soffit lights. I had a breezeway home coming in for the breezeway, and I had a home for the laundry light. And all 3 were located in the laundry room, just close to the outside. But they were 3 different circuits. So I don't know if you guys know much about, electronics or wiring or anything like that, or the new digital electronics. But here's what happens. Do not, under any circumstances, put all the neutrals together on different circuits. They're fine if they're located at the box, but some electronics are so sensitive that if electricity finds the shortest path to ground, if you will, or the shortest path, it goes down the shortest path. Well, what happens if you have 2 circuits going to the same neutral bar? Well, it's going to take part of, depending on the resistance, it's going to take part of the current on one and part on the other. Now, if they're all going to the same place and they're all being shared by 1 wire, that's not a problem. But if they're going through 2 different routes, well, what ends up happening is either usually the circuit will detect a fault. Sometimes it's well, that's exactly what happened to me. So I had all the grounds from 3 different circuits and that's fine. But I had all the neutrals from 3 different circuits. And I'd forgotten that I have to actually separate the neutrals. In old days, you could just lump them all together, no big deal. But, I was so used to, sorry, I need another cable here. I was so used to connecting like this circuit, for instance. There's 3 different switches. That's 3 neutrals. There's a neutral coming in. That's another neutral. And there are 3 neutrals going out, right? All of them should be together because the home neutral shares not only the 3 that it's going to, but obviously the power to the switches. Well, what happens if you add another duplicate circuit just like this? You have to keep the neutrals separate. All together, like this, but separate from this. It's a little difficult to explain, but anyway. So now what I'm doing is, I mean, we're talking, there's a lot of, thank goodness for these little connectors that are thin, and because I'll tell you, right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wires all together. And I'm gonna need 2 5 connectors. I mean, because now I need another 2, 1 to jump, to join the 2. I don't know if I've explained myself correctly, but needless to say, okay, I did the same thing with the ground. And as soon as I find where I put the stripper, I'll just strip it manually. So, how you doing, Troy? Good evening, good evening. Electrifying is a beautiful thing. So, I'm joining both of these neutrals to make one big neutral because everything, and just like I did with the grounds, everything goes to one location. Now here we have 3 incoming lines and outgoing loads to the 3 different locations. I've got them all numbered here. First of all, this is home or home run. I've got little heat shrink tape on each one of these. That's the best thing you guys can do. You know, so anyway, so now I'll take a 5 because they don't have these Wago connectors. They only sell them in 2, 3, and 5. Best thing since sliced bread. All right, so there's the home connector. I'll connect 1, 2, the second one here. And by the way, haven't made a single mistake yet, so the only thing that I was going to take a chance and I decided against it. I was gonna wire up a fan switch and just turn it on, but I decided, no, you know what? Let me go up and make sure that I capped off the wires in the fan, because the fans are not here yet. So the wire, if it's touching ground, it'll pop the circuit like this. But there may be danger. I mean, obviously that's what a circuit is for, to break before there's any danger. But just if the planets align and everything's wrong, then I might, it might cause a little spark and fire, and that's the last thing you want. Okay, so the leftmost one is going to be the, let's see, I've got here a soffit light, so it's going to be the soffit lights. So now I'm going to get my 2 position Wagos, and I've only got 2. Let me bring some more. Load up my pocket. Two position Wago soffit light and the output from switch number 1. I call it the output, but it's the load side of switch number 1. Then the patio light will be the second one, and then the patio fan will be the third. That's the way I like to do it. With all of them, I like to do patio light, patio fan. And the soffit is the furthermost because it really doesn't matter. I've got label maker. I'm probably going to label them all afterwards because I'm a label maker nut. And I don't mind, some people don't like having labels all over their switches. I'm good with it. All right, so now that we got this all, excuse me. So now I'm gonna pack in. There's the electrical, the ground. Sorry, is the first one that I usually put in deep, and then I put in the. Hang on. Sure it goes out of the way here. Then I put in the ground, or rather the neutral, and that's got to go in also fairly deep. Oh, both neutrals. I'm going, why is it tugging on me? Oh, because I didn't put both. Now it's finding its way back there. Okay, good. Good, so there's 1, 2, 3. Hopefully they're in the right order. Let's see, this is the fan. Yes, that would be the one on the right. This one here is the light. Yes, that would be the center one. And home. And the patio. So these three are ready to be placed in there nice and neat, except all three are upside down. No problem. There we go. I like to have them all the same direction, and so they are the same direction in the whole house. So now, let me get the screws. So here we go, 6 screws for 6 lights. First one goes in like that. Looked like a crack. It was a hair. I don't know where the hair came from, but because it's a lot longer than the ones I have. I don't have any. There's the second one. And here it is, nice and neatly placed, the third. What I usually like to do is put it almost all the way in, position it in the center, and tighten the top. Same thing with the others. And the third. And then the bottom, all I got to do is just align it and pop it in, and it's good to go. I just got to see where the actual, there it is. Boom. And once I put it in most of the way, I can align this. Assuming your boxes are level, and mine are, then the switches should be level. And assuming you don't have a problem with, the wires didn't get in your way and bend the switch sideways, which is the most annoying thing. And then you got to take out the wires. Then you got to take it out and rejigger the wires there, because you do not want that. All right, so all 3 switches are in place. All right, now I'll crank on the power now, just to make sure that they all work. But these are all Wi-Fi switches. I've got the whole house electrified to the point that I've got Wi-Fi switches, I got alarm systems, stuff. I didn't film any of the alarm stuff because that doesn't make any sense, open up your house that much. I didn't film the camera stuff because that doesn't make sense, opening your thing that way. You know. But I don't own anything of value, as you can see, because you've seen pretty much into my life, so I don't have anything of value except the actual house, and that's not all mine. So anyway, as I say, the switches they're all Wi-Fi, is what I was getting at. Fancy digital and stuff. But I can't connect the Wi-Fi to the phone until I get off the phone, and I'm using it to record. So, but I could see if they all work. Let me turn on the breaker. As expected, it did not pop. These are all off. Okay, lights. Uh-oh. You see? Okay, the lights are fine, but none of them are connected. So when I turn them on, nothing's gonna happen. Good. Nothing happened. Off. The fans, I capped them all, nothing happened. And this is the soffit light. Wait a second. My first one was soffits. Oh, there it is. And they did turn on. The soffits for the house. And so they're on. And then this is the lights. This is the fan. And none of them caused any shorts, but they're all out in the patio, and I haven't had a chance to finish putting the patio ceiling, but I will eventually. Let me see if I have any more. I don't know if I have any more outlets left. Oh, yes, I did this one. Yeah, I did that one. Did the fans there. Let's walk around the house, shall we? Let me unplug you guys here, and we'll do a little walk around. So here's the foyer. And this one here, hallway light. So if I turn it on, or rather turn it off, it turns off. If I turn it on, it turns on. This is the massive switchboard here. Okay, so we have the furthest light is the foyer, which is fine. The next one is outdoors, the porch. The third one is, this one's going to be the soffit lights. You barely see them turn on because they're actually, well, hang on a second. You see, there's one of them, but they're soffit lights. Okay, so you got that. Then you got the fan, which at the moment there's no fan connected. Then you got obviously these lights. Over here, got the lights, and I've got the fan. That's fine. This one, there are 3 switches. This is the main light. I should actually just bring these in, and I'll do that now. This one is behind me, the sink lights, and then you got the extractor. All right, so that's good there. Then through here, we should have the WC light. Actually, the toilet room. So the toilet room light. Okay, so all this works here. From the hallway, there is one that I'm missing. There it is. I haven't connected this one yet, and I will. This is the hobby closet. This is the hallway. This is the carry closet. I got it with, there we go. Got it with a little cover there because I've been working on the walls and the colors and all that stuff. Okay, so this whole area is done except for the one light. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Make sure I got everything else, and I think I'm done with all the switches. Let me double check. Which means it's outlet time. Okay, so here's the pantry. Good. Okay, we got two switches here. The first one is the kitchen lights. And then you have over here, straight up above, and here is the counter lights. So I actually have, let me show you from far away. Those go around over the counters. And then the rest of them are the kitchen lights. So I'm gonna leave the counter lights on. It's less electricity. All right. And you got here in the guest room, the guest lights, guest room. Okay. You've got the guest bathroom with its fan. Here I've got two switches, and one of them is the laundry room. The next one is the hallway. All right, and then we got, this is Grandma's room, lights and fan. Fans are not on yet. And then you got the closet light. And then, of course, over here, you got a light here, a switch here for the bathroom. And of course, fan. All right, so all that's in place. All right. Now, this room, we have Annie's room, the lights, and the ceiling fan. And you have her closet. All right, inside there. Shut off her room. And as we walk in the dark over here, we have the bathroom light. But not to worry, it's not just one bathroom light. It's two. Because, and it takes a second for that to go off because they're remotely controlled together. And then this is Carolina's room. Again, another light. And closet light. All right, so we're good with every single switch in the house except the hallway. And we'll do that in a second. I've got my meter and I'm going to check because I know there happens to be power on that one. So I don't want to. Let me double check here. Sure enough, we got some power on that one, and I'll turn that off right now. That's the bathroom lights. There we go. Make sure there's no power always when you're working on something. And there is. So let me bring my my wonderful thing in here. My tripod. And I'll be right back. I gotta get a few things. All right, so I'm gonna need a switch. I'm gonna need my stripper, wire stripper. For those of you thinking crazy thoughts, hang on. There's another switch. And pop this off. It's a clip-on type. I love these. They don't show anything, so it's really nice. Okay, wires are ready to go. Now I need the wire stripper and here's the wire cutters. I've got plenty of connectors in my pockets, but I can't find the wire stripper anywhere. There it is. Wire stripper from Knipex. It's very handy. All right, so here we go, folks. Let me connect you guys back up. On the tripod, and give you guys a little bird's eye view here. Well, a close-up view, I should say. The touch test, which you shouldn't do. I brought one and I didn't need one. I had one here. I'm going crazy. Okay, no problem. Crazy it is. Crazy? I used to be crazy. That's a joke. I mean, if you will. All right, so cut them all to a reasonable length. This one gets capped. It's not used. I'll tell you a whole story behind that one day. And then we gotta strip that one and strip this one. Put the stripper away, and then we can cap one of these because we don't need all. We don't need both. This is going to be remote type light. Okay, there's one. The other one is going to be power for the unit. Yeah, it helps if I can see where I'm inserting this, because clearly I didn't put it in the right place. There we go. Power for the unit, ground for the unit. And last but not least, neutral for the unit. There it is. So we have our ground, we have our neutral, we have all three wires. We throw them back in there, nice and neat. And our switch is ready to go as soon as I bring a couple of screws. Alrighty. And while we're here, I'm going to have to go back and get some more screws to finish the last of the installations, which is that other one that I have there. All right, that one's done. But luckily, we have one more for you guys. This is the last switch setup. Looks like a mess, doesn't it? In Spanish, we call this arroz con mango, which is rice and mango directly translated, which is one messy concoction. So you don't want to deal with that. Okay, so this is ground. Let's push it back if we can behind all the wires. Then we have our neutrals. Here they are. Push them back behind, in and amongst and behind the wires. Good. We have here our, this is an extra ground here. I mean, an extra neutral. Make sure nothing impedes the little pieces of compound falling out. Okay, and then we have our power. This is the main power there, and secondary. So we have our. Okay, all that is more than plenty behind whatever. Now, there's an arrow pointing up, and we have to pay attention to that. This stupid thing is in the wrong area. There we go. Right, so we got one there, and we got one here. And they fit nice and comfortably with no damage to anything. I need to get another 4 screws. I'll be right back. Back. I got 2 little and 2 more. I'm going to put them out here. All right. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. And there's 4. Yeah. Okay. I'm done with that. Let me go turn on the power, make sure they all work. So far, so good. This one off, on. This is that one over there. Good. This one is the fan. Good. I've forgotten what they were. Anyway, every switch is in place, folks. Every switch is in place. And it is 9:15. We still got plenty of time. Let's see if I can put in some outlets, shall we? Outlets are good. Outlets are always fun. But I really don't feel like it right now. But I gotta do them sometime. Maybe I'll do them tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit and relax for a little bit because I'm a little tired. Who's a little? I'm a lot tired. Hang on, let me. I've got a. But I've got my family member borrowing this. Oh, that's no good. Camera fell. No biggie. Luckily, these things are indestructible. And there we are. So, what I was getting at is I've got a family member picking this thing up. And I've got a charger here. Let me reel it into the next room where I have a plug. I'll be right back. Actually, let me leave some of this stuff here. Oh, yeah. This is also mine. I want to make sure I just the basics, because I don't need I will forget the stuff, and that's not a good thing. Okay, so let me place this to charge. I'll be right with you folks. Just putting something to charge here. All right. All right, I'm back. Okay. So, folks, that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to be working on some stuff. So, thank you all for dropping in, or thank a few of you for dropping in. I'm done for the day. So, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you on the next one. Thank you.